Hey guys, it's G, back with another video for today. And guys, so much has happened over the past couple of days with Apple, new subscriptions, new devices, and AirPods 2. Yes guys, we got AirPods 2. Without further ado, let's start this video. Alright guys, so number one, the highly anticipated product, AirPods 2. There are so many rumors, you're gonna get a black case, and you're gonna get a bigger size case, different sizes for your AirPods to fit in. But however, none of those are true. The only real thing that we got out of there was wireless charging. So now, with wireless charging, is a pretty useful feature. I'm gonna make another video on wireless charging later in the future. But what you gotta know for now is wireless charging on AirPods is a really good move to not damage your case's battery or even your Apple AirPods battery. However, Apple does claim that your AirPods case have a little over 24 hours of battery life. So what you can do is charge up your AirPods for 5 hours at a time. You can get approximately 5 charges out of there, giving you 25 hours of playtime in total. Only 15 minutes of charging your AirPods can give you 3 hours of listening. So for a person that's always like me, like last minute planning and always on the go, that's pretty good. And also now, not only do you have improved battery life, but you also have better audio quality by 30% lower gaming latency. So what that means is, let's just say you're watching a movie, listening to music on your Spotify or SoundCloud playlist. What's going to happen is they're going to deliver you better high quality noises and sounds from all aspects of your surround sound. And now to control the sound, you don't have to keep going over here. You can simply just be like, hey Siri, skip this track, call me an Uber, or even hey Siri, just go ahead and find the nearest place for me. So again, it's going to be all like automated now. You don't need to go, that was Siri, it just went off. Okay, besides that, it's all automated now on your AirPods. So again, you don't need to carry around your phone anymore. However, besides the AirPods, we got the iPad lineup refresh too. The new iPad Air stuff came out. What they're trying to give to the industry is a little bit more affordable iPad, which is compatible with the Apple Pencil and the Smart Folio case too. So you can go ahead, bring your iPad or computer everywhere you go. So the iPad Air is going to feature an 8 megapixel rear camera, 7 megapixel front camera for your FaceTime and to get crisp photos of your documents too. And that's also going to be built into a nice 10.5 inch form factor with like a decent type of display. Honestly, I'd buy this iPad more than any other iPad over there because 10.5 inches is a pretty portable amount of size and you don't have to squint your eyes to see the display. Next, your 4-core graphics engine with the A12 Bionic chip. So with the A12 Bionic chip, you have so many more processes to run. You can run multi-screen apps without any lag, and with the 4-core graphics card, it's just seamless. Like, let's just say you're watching a movie, now you can have like really smooth movements. Or even if you're a gamer and you're interested in Fortnite, you have way better movements and graphics. And this iPad Air comes in at a price of $499. However, if you want the LTE model, it bumps the price up $100 so you can get $599 and still be able to access your internet wherever you go. So you don't have to constantly be relying on optimal Wi-Fi, cable Wi-Fi, or like any other Wi-Fi's available in town. The next iPad on my lineup is going to be iPad Mini. This iPad Mini lineup, it starts at $329. Again, if you want the LTE model, bump up $100 more and get data everywhere you go. In my opinion, totally worth it. You can go wherever you want. And now with both the iPad Air and the new iPad Mini, you have the AR abilities powered by the same 8 megapixel rear camera and 7 megapixel front camera. So you're good to go from the camera aspects on both devices. And now you have the Retina display on both devices, so you have ultra crisp pixels, and honestly the pictures are gonna be like vivid as hell. So they're both gonna be compatible with the Apple Pencil, and they're gonna have the A12 Bionic chip, so you're good to go from all multitasking areas. Honestly, between the iPad Mini and the iPad Air, I'd go for the iPad Air. You get somewhat of a bigger size, but if you want like a smaller size, let's just say you have smaller hands, go for the iPad Mini, because again, smaller device, you can bring it around town more easier, but my preference, I'd go for the iPad Air. However, moving on to the next thing, the internet-based Apple credit card. So now the Apple card is gonna be pretty much just sending a text message back and forth to Apple servers. So for example, I moved and I can just be like, hey Apple, I just moved my address, change this there, and that's it, address changed. So what benefit do you get out of this besides just having a robot control your account? Number one guys, the Apple credit card is going to be the first credit card, according to Apple, that actually encourages you to pay less interest. So for example, as you may know, credit card companies like MasterCard and Visa, they're going to charge you interest if you don't pay their bill off in the right amount of time. Obviously, that's a fair policy, but Apple's actually going to be sending you a reminder on your iDevices, so your iPad, iPhone, iMac, if you haven't paid your bill or if your bill's approaching. So if you want to adjust a small amount so you don't have to pay more interest, you can also do so. Also, a neat thing about the Apple credit card is that there's no fees and even no hidden fees. Again, with a lot of these credit cards that give you like high mileage or high cashback amounts, they have a lot of fees and hidden fees built in. So that's a good thing to know. Apple has no fees yet. And also considering how I just mentioned cashback and miles, the Apple credit card is going to be all cashback. So this is going to be known as daily cash. And what daily cash is, they're claiming it to be more powerful than even normal cash. So For example, if you use the Apple card at, like, let's just say an Apple store, you can just go ahead and buy the products. You're gonna get 3% cash back on whatever your purchase is. And now if you use the Apple Pay app on your phone or your Apple Watch in a daily store, let's just say you go to Target, you go to, I don't know, Macy's, Versace, Calvin Klein, if they have Apple Pay over there, you can simply use your Apple Pay and you would get 2% back on your whole purchase. However, if you're using just the card at wherever, let's just say you're a local small business, they don't have the Apple card supported, then you get 1% back. So now the good thing with the cash back is that you get it daily. You don't have to wait till the end of the month. Again, not that big of an amount, but it may seem more appealing to more people depending on how much you spend daily. And you know, sometimes you want to be like, I spend this much on entertainment. Apple will split all your purchases into sections. And let's just say you want to note down what location you're buying what from. You can also do that on the pinpoint map, which pops up in the credit card app they're going to release to you in the future. However, let's just say someone's trying to, steal your credit card. What Apple's going to do is going to notify you from where the credit card is being used and what is being used for. Alright guys, that's it for the Apple credit card. And now moving on to the new Apple TV subscription. It's like live TV with original shows, but just Apple TV. If you have an Apple TV, you're going to get that app exclusively, so you can go ahead and sign up. And basically that's going to be streaming, so you can go ahead and cut your cord and just use Apple TV streaming services. DirecTV Now. There's Sling, there's Hulu, there's Netflix. So there's gonna be a lot of competition in the industry of TV. I don't know why all these companies are going towards TV, but again, that's just corporations and how they rule. The next thing Apple's releasing is gonna be their Apple Arcade. So the Apple Arcade is gonna be something like Game Pigeon, but not at all Game Pigeon. So Game Pigeon is like a multiplayer app, basically, through texting, and you have to wait centuries before the other person replies back. Well, the new Apple Arcade is gonna be all, you could say, live. So you can play games like Lego and other various games that they're gonna be releasing. Something to like compete against the Google Cloud Gaming server. And last but not least is the Apple Newsstand subscriptions. What you can do with the Apple Newsstand subscription is subscribe to their newsstands or even magazines, and you can get like a whole subscription of those stuff. And if you're into like one of those families who wants to read a lot of those news out there, like magazines, you can definitely share it with your family, up to 6 members, up to family sharing. And guys, that's about it for Apple. Again, I was really hoping for some better AirPods to come out, honestly. I was waiting for black AirPods, but I lost my AirPods, so I can't even talk anymore, because, yeah, pretty much. But if you are a new visitor to my channel, guys, thank you for visiting. Hope you liked my video for today. And subscribe to the channel for the latest tech info updates. And guys, my revisitors on my channel, thank you guys for motivating me throughout my whole process. And guys, well, time for me to go.